Well, that's not in control. Who the hell is that? Is anybody watching the NASL? Anyway, the point is, my name is Kyle Harris, and welcome to a best of 5 between RAZERiNSo and aTnDaRkFoRcE, one of the master Zergs of Europe, and he is going to be spawning as the yellow Zerg up in this top position, whilst RAZERiNSo is spawning as the red Protoss in the bottom position. Now, the reason I was on about In Control before is because In Controls was commentating the Star League, North American Star League, and now there's some guy that I don't know who it is. Greetop's still there, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. Let's get this going and this going. Yeah, I love that. That's really cool. So we do have RAZERiNSo here, and he's going to be throwing down his pylon in a very, very typical position for PvZ. And I really, just going straight into this game, I love the spawning positions because it really gives you the ability to just, I don't know, like macro up more, unless somebody goes for a crazy all-in. Like RAZERiNSo, for example, could do some kind of like 4-gate. But at the same time, you know, I mean, if a Zerg player does know a 4-gate is coming, then it's pretty easy for them to defend it. So let's see actually what happens in general. So we do have a gateway going down for RAZERiNSo. And very, very standard play here for aTnDaRkFoRcE. He's going to be going gas first and then no doubt pool. But at the same time, you can get away with hatch first on this map pretty easily as a Zerg. But indeed, actually, no, that being said, RAZERiNSo, this is ESL Metalopolis. So RAZERiNSo knows that it is cross position, so he scouted there straight away and knows exactly what is going on. So maybe he would have indeed been able to block a hatch first very easily. And you've got to really pay attention actually to which maps you're bloody playing on, because I think that White Ra in the DreamHack finals was victim to this, in the sense that they were playing on, was it MLG Shakura's Plateau? It could have been GSL Shakura's Plateau for all I know, but MC knew that it was all cross-position spawns only, so he instantly knew where to put that proxy. If you haven't seen this game, by the way, please do go and watch it because it was fantastic. Well, the series, in fact, in general was fantastic. But he knew that it was... He knew where the spawn locations were, but White Ra didn't seem to fully grasp the spawning positions and scouted in the wrong direction to begin with. So if he'd have known that the other player knew where he was going to be spawning, maybe he would have checked his base a bit more thoroughly to begin with. But anyway, that's by the by and nothing to do with this game. So anyway, yes, we do have speed going down for Mr. aTnDaRkFoRcE, and at the same time RAZERiNSo is playing very standard, going to be getting that Zealot out as well as that Cybernetics core in order to be able to wall off here. And going to be going with a Sentry, so no doubt indicative of a 3-gate expand. So RAZERiNSo here really playing for a longer game by the looks of things right now. The only way I could see anything other than that is if it does indeed decide to cancel that Nexus and go MC style into a 4-gate, which is just utterly ridiculous. So indeed we do have that gateway going down now. That Sentry is going to be out, and another Sentry is coming out very, very soon. And double gas currently down for Inso, which is very, very standard play for the Protoss, and Queen is here as well as that expansion is halfway done. So nice Overlord spread here by aTnDaRkFoRcE. He's really keeping tabs on his opponent's base, going to be able to sack those Overlords whenever he chooses in order to be able to actually see what is going on in there. Nice placements of these gateways by Inso. He really doesn't want to know he really doesn't want his opponent to know what he's doing as easily as he would like to. So spacing these gateways out is a very, very nice way of stopping that. And Inso here going to be expanding very soon by the looks of things. He has moved these sentries into an interesting position. But oh my god, no, he is not expanding. Ah, you tricky beast, you. Inso here going to be throwing down a Stargate. As you can see, that Overlord did come in and see this gateway. If we just go to the vision here. Actually, no, he didn't see the gateway. What am I on about? He was going in, but then came back out. And he is going to be throwing down a Stargate, which is interesting play here by RAZERiNSo. So we'll have to see how that does unfold. We do have a Roach Warren down here for aTnDaRkFoRcE, and actually at this point, if aTnDaRkFoRcE does stay on layer hatchery tech for too long and allows, I don't know, some kind of Void Ray Phoenix play to come out of here, he's going to be in a bad spot. He really would need a lot more queens, but as I say that, he is grabbing that layer. So going into the later stages of this game, he should be okay, ladies and gents. So the Stargate isn't doing anything just yet. However, we do have a Forge going down at the front, no doubt to be able to start those upgrades very soon, as getting upgrades against any opponent at this level of play is absolutely essential. A few Zerglings moving out here across the map, and this one going to be spotting for any third that does go down. But almost going to pick off a probe, but does not get that probe, as he is going to be able to move back quite easily whilst these sentries do fend that off. So we do have a Void Ray coming out, which is fantastic. I absolutely love Void Rays. Cannon going down as well in the front of the base of RAZERiNSo, and seems like aTnDaRkFoRcE at this point just going to be playing very, very normal and going for that evolution chamber, starting his upgrades, getting them up, as he has seen the Forge already down, so he really needs to keep up in upgrades if Inso does indeed decide to start getting upgrades. So we do have Burrow coming out for aTnDaRkFoRcE at this point, and I really love Burrow play from a Zerg player, getting that 4th gas as well in order to be able to start production on those higher tech units. And ooh, is he going to get that sentry? No, he's not. Why am I lagging again? I know why I'm lagging. Be right back. I'm so bad at this recording thing, aren't I? Really, I'm so bad at it. Like 100% terrible. So we do have a few Phoenix as well as that Void Ray going to be moving out across the map. We do have a Hydra Den on the way, as he has already spotted those flyers moving across the map. So I don't know. I really don't think this is going to do much for RAZERiNSo at this point. He has a lot of Queens out aTnDaRkFoRcE here, and he's going to be able to have Hydras very, very soon, as well as Groovespine and +1 range weapons on the way. So aTnDaRkFoRcE in a good spot at this point, but at the same time we do have, what do we have? We do have a Robo facility going down, going to be killing off this Zergling just to deny the vision of that Xel'Naga watchtower. And yet another Phoenix coming over here, going to be picking up this Zergling as well. Really great use of this air harass here, if not just to deny vision, to actually maybe go and do some damage in the bases of aTnDaRkFoRcE, but I'm really not sure what he's going to be able to do with such a small contingent of units. He could pick up these Hydras with these Phoenix and do quite a lot of damage to them, as 3 Hydras do not beat this composition of air at all. He is going to be coming in here, and indeed he does lift them up, so really nice use there of these Phoenix. Phoenix do so much damage to these Hydralisks since they are light units. So aTnDaRkFoRcE's third at this point is in a bad spot. He's going to be reinforcing with some Hydralisks, so as well as that Queen, so he's going to be fine when it comes to actually securing that base. And so here, looking like he's going to be gearing up to take his third, keeping up with the macro of the Zerg, going into the later stages of the game, throwing down a pylon here just to be able to maybe create a blockade there. I love creating blockades there so much, because it just denies any like Zergling run-bys from that direction, and it is really good in general. These Phoenix are going to be coming in, poking in, going to be probably picking up that Queen, which would be fantastic if he could. Actually shooting on that Hydra Den there. Oh, and actually he's going to be taking out some of these Overlords maybe. There is a Spore Crawler in there though, going to be denying any kind of damage going on in this mineral line. But he really needs to focus down some of these Overlords, as he could have taken that down a lot earlier and then gotten out of there in a much quicker fashion. So we do have +1 almost finished for RAZERiNSo, as well as a Robo Bay. Spire going up for the Zerg as well, and just nice spread of this creep tumors going on here from aTnDaRkFoRcE. As I say, he is an absolute Zerg beast, playing for ATN, alternate attacks, and he's doing really, really well in the scene in general. I don't think he did too well in the TSL, and as well as he played in the NASL, but I haven't watched the game yet. It's about to come on, so I'll get back to you on that. But yes, regardless, he is a very good Zerg player. Nice pickup of that Queen, and an Observer coming in here to have a look around, see what's going on. So these Hydras here are going to be posing quite a threat to the Protoss player at this point, and indeed he is going to be blocking off with some gateways, so I wouldn't mind seeing that being blocked off there as well, as indeed he is. Yes! Oh, don't we love that? Oh god, that is so fantastic. So yeah, anyway, I'll stop orgasming over that. Regardless, we do have a Colossus on the way, as well as Thermal Lances. And Inso at this point really setting up nice infrastructure. He is getting +6 he is getting +1 armor on the way, and these Phoenixes here have been quite pesky throughout this entire game. He does have this observer in a good spot, going to be able to see everything that is going on in front of it, aTnDaRkFoRcE's base, and where he's actually collecting all his units. But he doesn't realise that this spire's up, I don't think, yet. Has he scouted the spire? He hasn't scouted the spire, so he's not sure yet as to whether they are going to be coming out. He does have Corruptors on the way, though, so they're going to be fine against these Colossus. And that being said, though, I'm pretty sure that aTnDaRkFoRcE actually hasn't scouted these Colossus. He just knows the timing, so he's going to be in a very, very good spot indeed going into the late stages of this game. +1 weapons for air on the way for the Zerg, as well as +2 armor and +2 weapons for ground, or ranged weapons for ground units. He is getting his 4th up, which is going to set him in a really good spot. And these Phoenix here are going to be coming around here in order to try and do some damage again, but I'm not so sure that they can do anything, as there are Spore Crawlers as well as Queens in the bases. So a second observer now here, just going to be patrolling back and forth, and this is a really good patrol path to have. You can really see any kind of movement going on here, as well as spotting for when that 5th does go down. So does he actually know? He doesn't know that that 4th's going down, so this observer here could be used to scout that quite easily. And aTnDaRkFoRcE at this point, he doesn't have that many units, but his economy is absolutely booming. So he is going to be picking up quite a few drones in the mineral line of this 3rd, and going to be doing quite a lot of damage. He has picked off quite a few of those drones. If we just go to the units lost thing, which is that one, you can see he has killed 8 workers as opposed to 0 workers lost for himself. So he is doing a nice job of keeping the Zerg's economy in check, and indeed he is going to fly straight over those Hydras, which is a terrible spot there for ESL. But did he see? He did indeed see that with the Phoenix. So I mean, he did lose a few Phoenix, but you know, they spotted that, so that's pretty good as well. So so at this point, that observer did have a few pot shots off on it, as there is an Overseer there, and we do have Blink almost finished for ESL, as well as more Colossus just on the way, and +2 weapons coming out for him as well. So now aTnDaRkFoRcE is going to be taking up to a hive, which is going to set him in a really good spot. Hopefully we will see some Broodlord action, as Broodlords absolutely wreck Protoss given the chance and the positioning, and there are so many places for them to position themselves on this map. It is unbelievable. That being said, with Blink, ESL is going to have a pretty good counter to those Broodlords if they do come out. A lot of Corruptors now coming out for aTnDaRkFoRcE, and did he just attack some of his own units? No, they were changelings. Oh, no, they were not changelings. They were creep tumors. What am I on about? We had a lot of roaches on the production tab earlier on, and ESL now going to be assaulting this base. I'm really not sure that the Zerg can defend this base well at all, and he is going to be able to take out a lot of these units. Lovely force fields there, but the Corruptors are doing a lot of damage to these Colossus, and wow, actually aTnDaRkFoRcE doing a ton of damage to these units, just reinforcing from every angle. I'm going to be able to take out a lot of these units. Really would like to see corruption going down on a lot of these units. He did already use a lot of corruption on those Colossus, and is now nice blink there, nice use of blink, blocking off that ramp as well. And there's a probe up here. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a pylon go down in order to be able to reinforce this position, and going to be taking out this base pretty quickly. At the same time, though, ESL is going to be taking his gold base, and going to be trying to get a few pot shots off down on these units. Blinking down, I'm not so sure that was the best idea, as he is going to be losing a lot of these units to roaches, and a lot of these units. These units are just going to be sacrificed. Whilst they do have blink, they just don't have the mobility to outrun all these roaches on creep. So, regardless though, we do have a lot of cannons going down for ESL at this gold base, and it's really important for him to protect that indeed. But at the same time, a greater spire is on the way. Sorry, greater spire, I must pronounce my T's, otherwise my dad would shoot me in the face. And what else is going on? We do have armor level 3 on the way for all these ground units, which is going to stand him in really good stead, and I'm pretty sure I've actually said that about 10 times this game, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter at all. And aTnDaRkFoRcE here is just in a really good spot. He is going to be morphing in some Broodlords, which is going to set him far ahead ultimately in comparison to the Protoss, especially if he gets a lot out. 6 Broodlords morphing in, so that is going to be absolutely devastating for Inso to deal with. And if he gets the Broodlords in this position here, raining down on this gold, there is absolutely nothing that Inso can do about it until he does get some Void Rays out. +3 weapons on the way for Inso, and aTnDaRkFoRcE is going to be securing that gold expansion as well as that expansion that was denied, and he's going to be moving in here. And these infestors, if he gets some fungal growths off on this death ball of the Protoss, he's going to just spell absolutely bad news bears for the Protoss. Wow, I said that in my other cast as well. Bad news bears is the best phrase ever. So now he's going to be pushing in, taking out this forward pylon, but at the same time he really needs to keep this ball away from these infestors for as long as possible. I don't see any fungal growths going down yet. He really needs to get those fungal growths on the units as quickly as possible. But now these Broodlords are going to be raining down Broodlings on all these units, and in fact on the Assimilator, quite a strange choice. But now he really needs some fungal growths. Where are the fungal growths? Come on! He did have one fungal down on those Stalkers, but now, there we go, another fungal growth. It has gone down on those Stalkers. Going to be doing a lot of damage here, and the Broodlords just doing huge amounts of damage. And 36 Zerglings are now on the way for aTnDaRkFoRcE, so he's going to be able to do a massive amount of damage, and even maybe clinch this game. This could be GG here for RAZERiNSo, as these Broodlings are just doing so much damage, and they even have pretty nice upgrades here at this point. So at this point, RAZERiNSo is just killing Broodlings. He's getting a few Hydra kills here with these Colossus, but these Broodlords, oh my god, there are 10 Broodlords here, and what can you do against that when you only have 3 Stalkers on the map? There is absolutely nothing. It looks like aTnDaRkFoRcE is going to be able to clinch this first game in this best of 5, and RAZERiNSo here in a bad spot, completely outplayed when it came to... I'm pretty sure that he just didn't apply the aggression required to deny this massive tech upgrading from aTnDaRkFoRcE. So that is going to be game 1, ladies and gents, so thank you very much for tuning in. Tune in for game 2, 3, 4, and maybe 5 if it goes to an ace match, as we see if RAZERiNSo can take down aTnDaRkFoRcE in the coming matches. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.